Jaguar Wright's claim to fame is talking about her alleged experience during her time in the music industry online. And I'm going to talk about that and how Negroes have highlighted that she's without a doubt an agent because recently she was at Mar-a-Lago receiving an award. And also, to keep up with the theme of Trump, I'm going to talk about Trump talking with a room full of Negroes at a reception for Black History Month, announcing that several African American icons will be included in some National Garden of American Heroes, and how this sort of black pandering is a waste of time because no matter what, Negroes will be in lockstep with the Democrat Party because the Democrat Party is actually black people. You know, when you hear about what's black, who's black, it's been made abundantly clear, like Joe Biden said, if you ain't voting for him, you ain't black. And millions of Negroes have sort of validated that fact because, quite frankly, they said it before Joe Biden did, based on how black conservatives get treated and have their race card revoked. But anyway, first let's start off with Jaguar Wright. She recently received the Defender of Freedom Award at Mar-a-Lago, and it was presented to her by General Michael Flynn, who was a part of Trump's first administration for 22 days. And then in 2018, believe it or not, he was sentenced for more than a year, or he was sentenced, I think, for a year after pleading guilty to the FBI finding out that he had contacts with Russia during the presidential transition. Because as you know, it wasn't just Trump that got lawfare used against him. A lot of his allies, including his supporters like the January Sixers, were the victims of lawfare because, anything to get at Trump. And so Jaguar Wright's, I guess, controversial persona. I heard some Negroes that talk about her a lot in this space or in the black space of YouTube say that she was a fugitive on a run. But anyway, we all know Negro's main beef with Jaguar Wright is that she dares defame the names of their gods, that being celebrities in the entertainment industry. Because the Beyoncés, the Jay-Z's, and the other celebrities of the world, those are your quote unquote black heroes that's fighting for the people, even though they're just a bunch of corporate sponsored multimillionaires who don't live around black people at all. Kind of like that BLM chick who has multiple uh, large homes after doing her little race hustle with BLM, which also resulted to a lot of property being damaged and things being burned down and people being killed. But anyway, they're calling her an agent because she, of course, received an award from someone affiliated with Trump at Mar-a-Lago. And you even have some people highlighting, see, this proves that Beyonce and Jay-Z's attacks were politically motivated. When we all know these Negroes wouldn't even care if there was video evidence of Beyonce, Jay Z, and any other celebrity doing a bunch of criminal stuff on camera. Because the fact of the matter is, the community, they praise and honor criminals. I mean, I just did a video showing activist Ben Crump saying that crime needs to be redefined because crime is black culture. I mean, he literally said it in the video that I highlighted. And so they wouldn't even care if these people are guilty. I mean, hell, as I've stated before, Negroes will defend heartless thug criminals on the streets who aren't even famous. So they're going to defend ones that are actual famous or have actual celebrity who are famous. But yeah, there's plenty of agents that these people go out of their way to ignore. I mean, quite frankly, every single pro black and most so called black people themselves are agents for the Democrat Party. They like to portray themselves as if they are these black nationalists, but in reality, they're not even black nationalists. They're just shills for the Democrat Party, which is why they identify somebody being so called black based upon them voting solely for the Democrat Party. And it was the reason why they were able to get behind someone like Kamala Harris, who was clearly engaging in blackface because she's Indian, or the reason why they were able to vote for Joe Biden after he said, "You ain't black if you vote different." It's because the Democrat Party determines who's black. Thus, any Negro who's a shield for the Democrat Party is just an agent for the Democrat Party, whether they be celebrities or not. But anyway, in President Donald Trump's futile attempt to try to placate Negroes, he hosted another event for blacks. Well, the last one was when he was still running for president, where he wasn't there. Um, Byron Donalds was there, a Negro who Trump recently endorsed to become governor for Florida. And this Negro that you see in front of Trump is a part of Trump's cabinet. I think he's presiding over HUD. But anyway, the one thing I did like though, King Randall was there. He's one of these guys who's so-called black, who's actually doing something. He's doing what Umar Johnson promised 14 years ago. But per usual with Negroes, he doesn't even get the support that a Umar Johnson gets, even though he's actually actively educating the youth. And again, it just goes to show you how insincere this black empowerment bullshit is. Again, it's just talking points for the Democrat Party. And then you literally have Al Sharpton, someone who was caught on camera being a Fed for the FBI, who's still allowed to be seen and treated as a thought leader for the so-called black community. I mean, again, you can't get more agent than that, being captured on video collaborating with the FBI. But again, these are things that will always be overlooked because he's a Democrat. But if Trump really wants to hold receptions for people that actually gets people like him elected, he needs to be doing that for the Amish. He needs to be doing that for the people of the rural community. He needs to be doing that for legal immigrants. Hosting events for them. I mean, hell, Native Americans uh, apparently voted for him 64%. But he most definitely did not get enough votes from so called black votes. And Republicans in general never get votes from so called black people to merit or deserve special events like this. But anyway, that's all I have to say about that.